Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. Really do appreciate it. Let me just grab this here. So yeah, thanks for joining the stream. Really do appreciate it. And in this series, I'll be playing the game, and you guys will make the dialogue choices. So ultimately, it's gonna be as if you are playing the game. So yeah. Wait, I see my camera is off. Let me just check that quickly. Okay, so what happened here? Hold on, sorry. For some reason it threw it away. I have no idea why. Oh well. If that's how it wants to be, then screw it. Let me just see if I delete it quickly and just add it. That's why. Okay, let me delete this one. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's the first time that I actually have a what do you call it? That's okay, we'll play without it for now. I'm not gonna struggle with it. The vial escaped, no one caught it. Sorry, check the Pokemon. I actually forgot I activated it. Just wanna see. For some reason, there it is. I'm just gonna delete it for now. Okay, let's get back to the game. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining. Let me know if the sound and everything is okay. It seems it is a rather very high demanding, and my PC isn't really up to scratch for all of it. Just wanna check something here quickly. Hey Adrian, thanks for joining. Really do appreciate it, man. And yeah, let's go. So, do you guys prefer male or female? Yeah, man, I really need to sort out that cam. For some reason it just stopped working. I'm not sure why, but I'll definitely check this out later on. I just want to get the game going for now. So yeah, anyway, coming back, male or female, Adrian, since you're the only one in chat at the moment. Male. Okay, so we've got this one here. Yeah, looks similar to me. In a way with the hair, always messy. We've got this guy over here. I don't know, I just don't feel it. I wonder if they have a fat guy here, because that would be me perfect. Yeah, that's not gonna work for me. What do you think? Adrian, this is probably gonna be you. Yeah, I think. Huh? Maybe we should go with this one for now. And that one's gonna fit you perfectly. Alright, so that's the one we'll go with. So next up, let's do the... Yeah, you don't really have that much wrinkles. Okay, face shape. Let's have a look. Maybe this one? What do you think? Your skin color a little bit. Whoa, okay, no, not there. That's not gonna be us for now. If I made a Skyrim character, that would probably be it. Cedric. What's gonna be the closest to Cedric? Maybe this one with blonde hair? What do you think? I actually can't remember how he looked, his hairstyle and so on in the story. But I think that's gonna be probably the... Wait, here's it. This one. This is gonna be closest we're gonna get. So, Cedric had a skinny-ish face. Yeah. I think maybe that. Then I can't remember Cedric having... Nah, I'm not into vampires anymore. Screw that crap. Well, I can't remember him having glasses. Yeah, I think that's about it. The color was definitely somewhere in the line of that, I think. Yeah. I wonder. That's just the shape. So change the frequency. Complexion. There we go. Freckles. I think that's about. Maybe. Yeah, more like that. Scars and markings. Yeah, it looks kinda cool. 50-50. What do you think of this scar? You wanna add a scar or not? It looks like, what was that? Werewolf oak? Zorro! You have a scar in mind, Adrian? This looks like some kind of beast god. Yeah, that's Isabel on a first grade photo. Grade first photo. Well, I kinda like this one. And this one. You have one in mind, the first one. But do you mean like nothing, or do you mean where's that one? No, this one kinda looks cool. It looks like someone engraved him. Give Goblin a suck. Set Dobby free. I think this one, Adrian. I think that's gonna be the best. Second one in top line. You mean like this one? Poor Isabel is gonna be remembered forever. Alright, let's fix our bushy eyebrows. Pussy senpai. That's basically me. I have those kind of eyebrows, but I don't think Cedric had those. I think he had similar to that, didn't he? Let's just change the hair color. Well, that's eye color. What? Can you remember the eye colors you had? Probably somewhere along the line of that, I think. But I just wanna change the eyebrow color. Yay, we go people, man. I think it's more like that, yeah. You think that those eyebrows are fine? I can't change the eyes. I would have liked to change the eyes. Yeah, it seems Adrian ran away. I think it just went and opened YouTube to find out what Cedric looked like. Oh, okay, okay. Wife grabbed you by the whiskers. So yeah, let's check this out. Did you hear the voices?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Why does that sound like a kid?
That was quite something.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be... Wait, here's a peach. Let's check this out.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
No.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
Kinda like that voice. Doesn't sound like a kid.
That was quite something. A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing. It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Sounds familiar.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Lag. Oh yeah, you're downloading Call of Duty. Yeah. Well, difficulty hard. Are you happy with the character customization? You think that's gonna work for us? I prefer this voice.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
Either that one
A
or
few
this one.
cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
I think this one. Let me just allow your message because it was blocked by my bot. Yeah, I think that voice sounds the best. Very hard first name. Do you remember his surname? Was it like that? Yeah, voice 2 kinda do sound like a girl. Last name Loser. Ew, I can't remember his surname. I think it was Loser. Or Die Alone. so we're gonna go with loser. Adrian, catch a Pokemon.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned
You
with
have to
when you
use
get
the,
your own.
the quote there.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Oh, Eleazar!
George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatre-goers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea. As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle.
Focus start.
Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
I should actually go and edit that later on to give you guys all the commands. Score bunny. Okay, I had like a little toad. Also level 5. It was worth like I think 300.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the ministry.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly, to keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's that glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I. Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We do not know. Hang on!
So there's my ugly mug. Now you can all see my ugly mug.
Are you all right? You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
Let's get healed.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he...
Georgie
What the hell
dead
got
now.
into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
Yay, so
I'm
here
feeling
begins
better,
the
sir,
journey. I
if you
can walk
like
now.
to look
I
around
am
a bit.
free.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
I'm playing on low settings at
How
the
far
moment.
did that port key take us?
Farther from London than the carriage
Streaming
traveled.
and the gameplay unfortunately
somewhere in the
can't
Scottish
maintain
Highlands.
higher
Sir,
graphics.
those ruins.
And even then, I must
The
say
port
this
key
game
was meant to
looks
lead us there. I do.
really good.
This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're
Sounds
sure
like
you're
it's
all
raining
right
again.
and wouldn't mind
So if
indulging
it's
me,
buggy, I'm sorry.
I'd like to have a look
might be
around.
internet
Absolutely, sir.
problems.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
Okay, what now? I just want to check something.
Mind your
Hold on,
step.
please. Okay, settings is fine.
Where do you suppose your
Okay,
wife
since
got
adding the
the port key that
camera-
brought us here?
The game
good
is
question.
a bit buggy, I see.
Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Where are you, Professor? Okay, he's stuck. This is gonna cause problems.
Ancient
I
magic.
heard they said that there
Yes,
was a bit of a problem
powerful
on the
magic
PC
wielded by a
release,
rare few that
We'll check it
seems
out.
to have been lost to time. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the port key, but I
Again,
am
just want to say
certain
hi
it
and
was to
welcome
do
to
with
the
that
chat. Really do
search.
appreciate it.
Ah, There's the path down below. This way.
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing.
Nice.
Focus on
Mine
the
is
center.
a little bit off. It's raining here. Okay. Okay, so you have to tap it. That's nice.
Excellent!
Okay.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected. Your wand work's improving with every cast.
Thank you, sir.
My processor is running very high with this. With the streaming and the
Up there!
streaming and the gameplay. I'll check it out now. Everything can be fixed.
We're close now. It's just ahead.
True.
Steady yourself!
Very windy indeed.
Reparo!
Sorry for that. I had something bugging me.
Almost there!
I wonder if you could use Reparo on my Suzuki Swift. It would be nice fixing that crap.
Why would someone have built this here?
Just
I
want to check
suspect
something. Because it's kind of buggy.
Their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason.
Now that the
Let's have a
network
look
is
around
back,
for
don't leave me
anything that
alone. You should not
seems
go and play Call of
out
Duty.
of place.
Screw Call of Duty. Yeah, that would be really great.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
Okay, so what now? Where do you want to go, Professor? Can't go up there. Okay.
Professor, this statue...
This may have been his home.
Yeah, that's good. Leave it off. Ah, there's a Pokemon to catch, Adrian.
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
What about
And
that?
how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
Catch that Pokemon!
There's that glow again,
Catch
like the
that
glow on the portkey
Pokemon.
container.
It's not a pigeon, but it's a Pokemon.
What in Merlin's name?
Yeah, Merlin.
Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I
Lost.
don't believe it.
Wait, I heard something. Where you at? This sounds like Pooch.
Hello?
It's poker check. Exclamation poker check. Okay, there you have it. Check Goblin.
It can't be. Just a moment. Oh. Where are we here? Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number
It
12,
seems my
I
internet has
presume.
gone down a little bit. I see there's a bit of
Precisely.
delay on the stream.
The key.
Rain could have enforced that.
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
This way, then.
This way then.
Stay close.
We're gonna expel petroleum on.
After you.
No, you're the smallest. You go first. And you look creepy.
Keep your hands inside the cart if you don't wish to lose them.
Yeah, that looks kind of scary actually.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak,
So
we're
anyway,
just
Adrian, how
beneath
was
the main
work?
lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service. You'll want to take a breath.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in
This
the
would have
deepest
been one
part
nice
of the
roller
bank.
coaster, I think.
Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
Vault number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On
Yeah,
your
it was
way.
definitely raining, but the weather was kind of nice for me. Being behind the oven, heating things up to about 400 degrees, and then welding CO2 both, and cast iron stick welding. So yeah, it was kind of rough.
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw on the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that? We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that
It
time,
seems the
no
game is
one
now a
has
little bit
visited
there.
Vault
Maybe it was
12
just there at the beginning.
until
Because
today.
now the game is smooth. Oh, wait, Chase. Chase. Don't leave me freebies alone. I want me, Chase.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
And now he's gonna lock him up. For me, we need to go there free since the shop has a few air-guns to keep the store nice and cool. Let's take our freebies. Hey, we got some cash. I wanna go custom my wand. Watch, he's
What do
gonna
you
lock us
suppose
up.
we should be
He's
looking
gonna
for?
lock us up.
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the
Yeah,
door.
you see, close the damn
Wait.
door. Smock.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected.
Hey,
me
there's a
think.
magic door.
There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps?
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Good. Okay. But I did. Okay, press the corresponding input and prompt it. Well, okay. Shit, this is gonna be difficult. Oh, so it's not allowed to catch up. I getcha. Yeah, it definitely has that feeling.
Revelio. There! I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
Here we go. Freebies? Is there any
door.
freebies here?
Well, that's a start.
Only
There's
my
that symbol
freebies.
again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw on the port key container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare
I
say we
made
are
it.
about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way.
Hey, 5-foot ninja girl, how are you, man? A girl, sorry.
This is no ordinary vault.
Thanks for joining, really
I
do
suspect we will
appreciate
need
it.
to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do.
So yeah, this is a series
But
where
to
I'll let
what end,
chat
I can't say.
decide
Stay
the
close.
dialogue choices.
There will be no
So, yeah, I
disapparating
think
if
it's gonna
things
be
go
fun.
poorly. Not
Leaving
out of
the-
Gringotts.
The decision making all to you guys in chat. So did you at least have a good day? Yeah, I must say, the graphics looks good, and I'm playing it on low, as my machine is a little bit on the older side and does not allow me to stream and game
I
with
see
good
something up
quality.
ahead.
So
What is
yeah.
it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
Yeah, no, it still looks incredible, even for playing at low settings. I probably can push it up a little bit, seeing the frames and
What
stuff.
happened?
But I don't
When I
want to
moved
push my
towards
luck
the glow,
while
it suddenly
live.
seemed as
I'll
if the
do a
ground
test
was
maybe
swirling
later on and
about.
see. Anyway,
you
so you're
all
coming
right?
back. How was your week?
Yes, sir. I'm
Luckily
fine.
it's weekend now. Depending
You
on your
seem to
time
have
zone,
caused
maybe
the
you're still
floor
at
to
work or
change.
something. If that's the case, I'm
That
sorry.
statue. What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor.
Let's use Revelio.
Revelio.
I presume
There
this
you
is
go.
what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the
I'm
light.
sorry. That's really bad.
Perhaps you should cast
Are you at
Lumos.
least feeling better now, or is it getting... Oh, you're starting to get better. Sorry, being a little slow and listening to everything. I really hope you get well soon. It's not nice. Wait. It's not nice feeling like that. I remember when it just started, me and my wife actually had a situation where, well, the test came negative, but we couldn't taste or anything. Okay, hold.
Lumos.
Well done.
Okay.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
You know, the nose smell is kind of good, I guess, but the no taste, yeah, food doesn't really taste nice, and then you don't feel in the mood for eating. It really brings a person's morality down. Oh, our first fight.
Look out!
Potato.
Accio! Descendo! Levioso! Deposo!
It's like eating food without salt.
Deposo! Exposo! Levioso!
Potato.
Confringo!
Lumos.
Sorry if the game's buggy. The processor is still trying to figure out all the...
Deposo! Exposo! Confringo! Levioso! Protego! Deposo! Descendo!
Potato.
Exposo! Descendo!
Step one,
Levioso!
two.
Confringo!
So I'll be with you guys in chat now. Oh,
Deposo! Exposo! Protego!
oh, it shows a symbol. Okay.
Stay close!
I didn't have the shortness of breath. I just couldn't taste anything. I couldn't smell anything. Felt kind of weak, to be honest. And the worst part is we had
Professor!
to actually
Professor Fig.
had my daughter
Professor,
stay at
where
my
are you?
parents so
This
that she
isn't
doesn't
good.
get it. So yeah, that was the worst part, because we were in a flat next to them, so we could only make eye contact during well, through the glass windows, and that was really bad. And that thinking about it is actually just really hurting me. Wait.
Where am I supposed to go? Lumos. What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere. Ah, that's where they're leading me. That glow again.
Yeah, I could handle it actually, but for my wife it was
Revelio.
really,
I suppose I'm on my
that was
own
the
this
worst
time.
part. Like seeing her as well
Lumos.
being hurted by it. Wow, okay, so this is a puzzle.
It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here. I need to align these statues with their reflections.
Ah, that's how that works, okay. Wait. Who's gonna catch it?
Perhaps I need to get them all to stand at once.
Okay. Oh no, I should not have done that.
Potato!
Shoot! Oh shit. No, how close. Stupefy counter attack. Okay.
Potato! Stupefy! Lumos!
That was the correct one.
Stupefy!
Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm dead. I am dead.
Potato! Stupefy!
Oh, why did you break the spell? I know what to do. It's not doing it. That's a problem. Whoa! Yeah, I'm dead. And I'm dead. Phew. Yeah, hard difficult seems to be hard. They ain't messing around.
Potato! Stupefy!
There we go. Whoa!
Stupefy!
Okay. Oh!
Potato! Stupefy!
Yeah, there we go.
Stupefy!
Let's get out of the corner.
Potato! Stupefy!
Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh.
Stupefy! Potato!
That was I'll be looking at chat now. Oh! Whee! Anyone else? Yeah.
Lumos.
Where'd you go? This game really feels, I want to say, the battle, I know they said it's going to feel a little more like, oh yeah, we spent nice. Like Dark Souls or Elden Ring. For now, I think it's similar, but we'll see once we're able to get a bit more spells. You can do it! Oh, okay, so we just walk through it. Let's go! Thanks for the emojis, really appreciate it. That kind of looks like the stuff that Dumbledore used once. You remember the teardrops?
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive.
Oh, I was correct. I was correct.
I wonder.
No, here comes the hocus pocus. Drown yourself? You don't deserve to be a wizard. Must have been Dumbledore's grandpa or something. Definitely have the beard.
All is in place. The portkey is well hidden, perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created may be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can. Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to
I'm just glad the sound is actually good. Not like Dota. That sound was terrible. It basically gave people ear pains.
We've done all that we can.
Take a bit of your soul.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Yeah,
Traces
you can.
of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Yeah,
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
This is the evil Knievel.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Seems my reputation
A rat
precedes
on a rock.
me.
That's his name.
I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's Vault.
And why
Yeah,
are you
luckily
here?
not that much of an error.
No
But,
need for
yeah, my
that.
Smurf account, I want
Just
to get up to 100
give me
hours so I
whatever
can
it
start
is
playing
you
the
found
rank.
here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Pork bone. Probably mean
Sir?
big bone.
They have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I...
Yeah, he's got
I
shark
only
teeth. Better
meant
be
that
careful.
The instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have them.
nou 'n Avada Kedavra.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
Let's turn him into a Spectre Petroleum. We need fuel. Yeah, kill the goblin. Kill him till he's dead. That's worse. Which spot, Ninja Dog? Is the sound a little bit high?
I know a way out.
Okay, I think it's gonna be a little bit better now. Is it better now? So I can tune the game sound. Let's. Okay, once the video is gone through, I'll just change the audio a little bit.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
Much better.
Never
Okay,
seen so
thank you very
powerful a
much.
Goblin,
The feedback
Isn't-
helps a lot.
wholly unaffected by my magic.
I can still change it a
Where
little
are
bit.
we?
Hold on.
It can't be.
Might be better now.
It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Well, I want to, since we're on the sorting ceremony here, I want to play as Hufflepuff, but do you guys have a classroom in mind? I'm willing to change it. The only reason for Hufflepuff is barely anyone plays it. Once the cinematic sounds come up, I see it's very loud. Alright, then we'll go with Hufflepuff. Hey, seems we've got another viewer. Thank you for joining, really do appreciate it. I did, but I can still choose to change it. And everyone is going for Ravenclaw thanks to a YouTube video. And then also Slytherin. So I don't want to go the linear path from everyone. I'd like to go do something a little different. And also we created Cedric, remember? As long as I keep my wand, I'm fine.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate.
Thank
Now,
you.
I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ramrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
That kid looks upset. I'll definitely do that. If I die, well, what a way to create a new character.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
Is it soft now? Okay, hold on. Then I'll put it louder here and put it softer
If you're lucky, we might still be
in
able
the
to get
main
you
menu.
sorted
I'll
this
do that
evening.
now.
I'll be in touch.
Catch that Pokemon. Look at that wannabe
Professor
Harry.
Weasley.
Did you see him?
We've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
So we've got a choice here. Our first one is up. I can't wait to start classes. I can't wait to explore. I wonder if it's gonna be a one-on-one. I think you were supposed to no, but yeah, exclamation start before catching a Pokemon and then poke a catch. But it was only a Mew stick, not that bad. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to topic. Which one shall we pick? Yeah, they seem asleep. Guys need to grab some coffee. No sleeping allowed here. Oh, okay, wait. The options are I can't wait to start classes and the other one is I can't wait to explore. Let me quickly switch that out. Sorry. Let's put this over here. Let's hide that, yeah. Let's do it like this. Better now? Okay, you guys made up your decision or your choices, sorry. I can't wait to explore. 5-foot ninja girl? You agree? You wanna oppose? Okay, I think I'll go with I can't wait to explore. There we
I'm
go.
looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit. But your
Yeah, but
professors
the delay
have
should
a
be much
great
better now. I
deal to
turned off
teach
slow
you as
mode.
well.
Let me just make sure about that.
You're clever indeed.
Yeah, slow mode is off.
You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
No. Yeah, I think we should choose a different house. I wanna go with Hufflepuff.
And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening.
Yeah. Hufflepuff. We will puff up and smoke.
Better be Hufflepuff!
Yeah, I didn't know they were picking Hufflepuff. Nope, I had no idea.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
What a douchebag.
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you will
Yeah,
have plenty to do.
From what I understand, he's a total douchebag. I hope closer to the end we have a battle.
It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff common room.
This is the entrance.
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff.
Yeah, she's definitely one of those. Okay, wait. Second battle.
Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
You collect me as if
You're
like I'm a
welcome.
piece
I hope
of
you enjoy
ornament.
your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
I just hope we don't get hated. What's that called? Hate-raided. These guys seem to go on everyone's streams and totally mess things up. Quite a big room.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to
Messy
the common
room. Seriously. Freebies. Oh, I think that's just a candle. Okay. A cup of tea. Actually thought I could interact with the light. Actually, I have a clever plan for them. If they do show up, I'll just turn the thing to like subscriptions only or whatever for a brief moment. They'll leave me alone. For some reason, this type of doors remind me of the Hobbit. Okay. And suddenly I'm in the girls' room. That would be terrible. Level 3 unlock. Okay. Yeah, it does look familiar to that, doesn't it? Especially this. This kind of looks like elven art style. Just checking the mic isn't on mute. I have a feeling someone is gonna shout at me for being in here at one of the rooms. Okay, that mirror is buggy. Let's go.
Protego.
What was
Lumos.
that? Wasn't that one?
Revelio.
Oh, Revelio. Oh! Now what now? I can't do anything with it now. Seems like it needs a fire spell. Yeah, it is. I really do like the detail. Okay, so that's the only one. Okay, so I need to come back to that. Yeah, it said I found something, but I can't interact with it, which is kind of weird. Hey, don't tease me with freaking chests and not let me open them. Okay, I think here's our first NPC
Oh, hello.
that we can hang around with.
She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait.
I chose
you're
a similar
Nick here.
owl.
Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself. Especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
Okay, so here's our next one. I'm not worried. I do have a lot to catch up on. Maybe 5 Foot Ninja Girl will be in on this decision. I'm here. Adrian pick the previous one. You wanna pick this one? I'm just gonna give her a few seconds. Not worried. Okay.
I'm really not worried. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Nevertheless, it is rather unusual. You must feel terribly out of place. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm
Of course.
hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Okay. So this, well, I think maybe we should do the question mark. What do you guys think? Get a little bit more lore. Alrighty.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
Okay, nice
It
to
was
meet
nice
you.
meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Adieu. I don't know what that means, but okay. Hey, we've got a ghosty with a mop top. Okay, this light isn't acting weird apparently. Hey, no cake, we were eating fruits. Only fruit.
What's this?
Which way were we supposed to go? Oh yeah, there, okay.
Arthur's got you. It's all right. You don't need to be frightened,
Yeah,
little
kitty,
cat.
kitty.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes.
I don't know why. He's kind of
Welcome
creepy.
to Hufflepuff, by the way.
The way he
Really
speaks.
glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
Okay, next dialogue to choose from. Shame. I think magical beasts are incredible. I tend to agree with your mother. Poor kid. Never gonna have pets. Sheesh. Notifications has been off the charge tonight. That Pokemon doesn't want you to catch him, man. I think you're maybe out of Pokeballs. You should download the what they call it, extension. Okay, I'm just gonna give her a few seconds to see if she agrees or not. Wait. Absolutely. All right.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, Glumbumbles, Bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a Puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Well, we're gonna go with a question mark. Have you ever had a pet? Probably not. Oh, and if you had, it's gonna be a frog. Can almost guarantee it's gonna be a frog.
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the Puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
Good luck.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
What did that you say? Okay, so our next.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff,
She just put it in a pocket
I'm
that
Adelaide.
does not
Pleasure
exist.
to
Did
meet
you
you.
see that?
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
Yep. So the choice are yes, I was. I'd rather not talk about it. You scaredy cat. Adrian, which one do you think you'd go with? Okay, let's see if 5-foot ninja girl agrees. Alrighty.
That one is true.
Thanks for the
Not the
replies,
typical
guys.
start
Really
to a new
appreciate
school.
it.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a question mark.
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Nice
Thank
meeting
you,
you.
Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Which one?
On my broom after class tonight. I find
They
it
were
helps
just
stimulate
talking
my
about it.
mind, especially if we've had a class with Professor Binns.
Wouldn't it be romantic to fly amongst the stars? Even Professor Shaw might think so. Or not.
Everyone has been room at least once. You just have to get back on.
Oh, I wish I could spend all day in flying.
Revelio.
Been born a hippogriff.
I know there's, once they have kinda talked to each other, there's a way that you can get like secret missions from them.
In my case, it was a lot of error.
Alright, Adrian, have a good night.
Good morning.
Sleep
I
good,
trust you're
man.
ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time.
And remember, if the bed bugs bite, you better
Well,
bite
you
back.
are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary.
Yeah, you're gonna
to
miss
ensure
quite a
your
bit.
success.
I feel bad for you. You'll have to check up on YouTube once we're done.
Here you are.
I would like books like this. Can you imagine if we were writing an exam? Like poof, all the answers just there.
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Cheers.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Whoever played this character really knew how to walk like the old classy ladies, if I can put it like that.
Field guide when I was a student.
Hey, we've got a cheers.
Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
She probably practiced with those 5 cents between her thighs to make sure that her legs and hips move the way they should
Simply
for the
cast
game.
Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Okay.
Revelio.
Oh, okay, so it's, okay. That's how, yeah, okay. XP challenge increase your level and power, okay. Your field guide tracks your current challenge progress. Select the challenge menu, okay. Field guide.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Here's that same thing. I wonder if I can do something about it. Yeah, now I can.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker.
You have a
Your
flute?
field
No,
guide
I burned
contains
it
a
away
map
with a
of the
flame.
castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Yeah, can you imagine if I were to be able to play this on Ultra? Like, that would be amazing. If you look at how good it is now, then just imagine for those guys playing on Ultra. Well, I don't know. Elden Ring, I'm a very big From Software fan, but yeah, it might have some difficulties with this game. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so I can basically... Wait, which one do they want me to go? Okay, Central Hall. How far have you gone with Elden Ring? I actually did not finish it, to be honest. I went through that... what is that called? You know, the second valley, then you go to the ice mountaintops where you fight the fire giant. I went up to there and then my PC crashed and I just never played it again. Okay, what's going on? Okay, there we go. Just a delay on the game, it seems. GPU pulling a little bit hard, I think. Although the frame seems rather smooth.
And here we are. Quite the time
I want
saver.
to do this
These
quickly if you
stairs
don't
lead
mind.
directly
Let's...
to Central Hall.
I want to check on the graphics if I just increase minor details. Wait, I don't want that. I want the... Ah, there we go. Let's see.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
I think I actually cancelled the settings. We'll see now. Okay, it does take a little bit
Always
longer.
something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Okay, where do you want to go?
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get
Just
to
to mention
Hogsmeade
something
as soon as
funny.
possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
The Patronus spirit animal, when you do the thing on what's it called, Wizarding World or something like that on the browser, I actually scored what is it called, a hedgehog as a spirit animal. Just a quick mention, do you wanna go through with the questions? I think that might be something interesting. Something funny when I met my wife
Exactly what you
and
might
I
expect.
started visiting her,
Spells,
she used to have
charms,
this
duties,
hedgehog,
all terribly
and the
useful.
moment I moved
think you'll
in,
enjoy
I don't know
Professor
what
Bowden.
happened to it,
He's
it
a
just
clever,
decided to leave.
entertaining wizard
So we were
and a
looking for it
talented
almost the whole day and it was just gone.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on
up
how
to this day,
defend
I have
oneself
no idea
against
where it
the
went.
evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Heckert in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
There is, in fact, I'm afraid there isn't. I don't know, he said I shouldn't really elaborate. Thinking to go with, I'm afraid there isn't. What do you think?
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
His ears was burning. So we've got you did so, and I don't like to lie to her. It's a tough one because we don't want to give out too much, but can't really talk to her about without giving out information. So yeah, it's a tough one. You want me to choose? Well, I don't like the idea of lying, but I understand.
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you
Yeah,
are,
it was a tough
I
one.
believe the ability you possess
Definitely was.
obliges you to be well trained. Happily,
If
you
I
have
wasn't
the
a
benefit of an
realistic person, I
exceptional
would have
skilled
said,
team
let's
of witches
rather
and
say,
wizards to
not
guide
like
you.
to lie to her, but...
Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in... Unfold it and have a look.
Okay.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Okay. Quest complete. Okay.
Frankly, I'd rather limit my excursions to hospitals.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. I just want to check if there isn't something around here.
All I can say is thank Merlin it's against school policy to let them in the common.
Nothing worse than students practicing jinxes on each other in the common.
Revelio.
Instead,
Oh.
having your legs turned to jelly.
Why would Helga Hufflepuff have to tap on barrels?
Okay. So we have to figure this out then. Not sure. Oh, something happened. Nope.
Revelio.
It's kind of weird. Well, I wonder.
Lumos.
Oh. Okay, we'll come back.
Revelio.
Hey, there we go. Statue with an engraving. Sorry for reading like that. The medieval wizard Gregory the Smirmy, the wizard famous for inventing Gregory's unctuous unction, a potion that makes the drinker believe whoever gave them the potion is their best friend. That's a good potion, I think.
What are you up to now?
Who said that? Oh. There was another one somewhere. Oh, up there. Oh, okay. So I think if we
I tried to hide a puff
combined all of them correctly. So let's just quickly look.
The chairs in the common room are too comfortable.
Okay, the first one is an owl. That doesn't look like the owl. Oh, it's close. Okay. There was another one, wasn't there?
wonder Ravenclaws are so
Revelio.
Okay, another one is in there. Oh, I forgot to look. Yo.
While I remember.
But this is different. There's those.
Why study in the common room when you can be outside in the fresh air?
Revelio.
What?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Well, I'm looking for that. Where are you at? Okay, I think we're moving away from that now. Come here, you little...
I'm avoiding our common room.
Revelio.
Okay, there's something. Might I suggest a ban on magic in the library? Someone has been sneaking into the restricted section, and Cressida Bloom seems to think of the library as her own personal arena in which to practice her latest incantations. It is most disruptive. One might consider Peeves tame by comparison to such antics.
Revelio.
Okay. Okay, I think that's just going back. Hey, we got some cash, some money. Money, money, money. Okay, how do we get
Revelio.
there? Oh, that doesn't work. Bum bum. Anyway, so where are you from? Five and Ninja Go.
Revelio.
Okay, I heard ya. What you up on Buffalo? I was asking, where are you from? I'm from South Africa. Okay, so what now? Canadian, that's nice. How's the weather there? A lot of people state that it's
Revelio.
very cold there. Cold is an understatement. Well,
Revelio.
Sorry, got lost there. So, but I heard they said there's a lot of good views. I actually have people, well, family that wants to move there. But that was one of my questions to them. Like, are you sure you're ready for the cold? Because South Africa is normally rather a warm country. There's only a few ports here or there that's actually cold.
Revelio.
Oh, no. Okay, so obviously there aren't any more of those stuff in here. Okay, but is that Fahrenheit or degrees Celsius? Probably degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit. Sorry for mixing it up there. Okay, I think I'm gonna go back to where I came from. 'Cause I don't find those things on the wall. I just wanna check. Oh, so it resets. Celsius. Damn, that must be very cold. Shit. No, I'm glad I'm not there.
That was it.
What did you do?
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the quest. We'll come back to that later. Wow. Jeez.
Revelio.
Hey, nothing here. There's something again.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio.
Okay, where are you at? I heard ya. Okay, not supposed to be here then, I guess. Hey, kitty. Cat has nice eyes. Okay, so I need to go up to the second floor. What the? Kinda creepy.
Stupefy! Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Yeah.
Boom.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year.
That's
but I
a
only
nice
have
looking one.
Hebridean
I like
black
that
skull.
one.
It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise,
It seems she has one of those ancient magic
Today
wands.
we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okay, so boom, shoo.
Levioso.
Okay, but it seems all wands have that purple glow. I
Now,
actually thought it
let's
was
try
only
something
her
a little
wand.
larger.
That's a shame. I wonder what's his name. Woody Pokey.
Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. As Master Pruitt
okay.
so artfully helped me do. Good. Now, the basic. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling.
Hey,
We'll start
someone
with
is
you two.
about to be lifted.
Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair
typical
duel,
Slytherin.
using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. Protego. I know.
You're good.
How perceptive. Protego. Complicated. Levioso. Rather good at this, aren't you?
Hey!
I know.
Feels like I'm getting somewhat of the hang of it.
Levioso. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Boom, he's off. He got a smacking.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Gonna slide that green jacket right off your ass.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Yes.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it.
Well, someone
and
said they
must
struggled with the
classroom
tutorial.
duel is one thing, but
I'm just not
battling
sure
dark
which
wizards,
part.
or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again,
Sallow.
well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, someone we can talk
I'd
to.
hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not much.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. You drilled Sebastian. He's strong
Okay, so
competition.
that's the only
well
one we
done.
can talk to apparently.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by
Thank
the
you.
way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've had my share of wand combat. It was never used. Well, I kind of want to stick with the it was never used. Okay.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, You might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Sounds intriguing, sounds suspicious. Well, kinda like the intriguing, what do you think? I wonder if this is the entry to the dueling arena. I'm gonna go with sounds intriguing.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Sorry.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to
Just
get the
as
most
I
out of your
chose.
time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to
I
break the
feel
rules
sorry.
now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Next one, I'll
keep that
make
in
sure
mind.
to leave
Good.
it for you.
Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke
It
and
was
Brattleby
skill.
near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
I wonder if I could go into a office. Let's just check this. Okay.
My aunt made some amortensia once because she wasn't getting along well with my uncle.
Revelio.
Eh. Oh, so you can't go in there.
Tried what I
That's a
thought
shame.
was moving elixir for my
What are you up to now?
A nuisance. Let's grab some tea. Hey, there's something.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Ah, there we go. An intensely shy bird who can forecast the coming of rain. That's nice. Moonfukra was once believed to foretell death. Really? If you could learn one spell in real life, what spell would that be?
Revelio.
Again, this mirror thing.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented.
It was an accident.
May we talk about this?
Chasing the crap out of him with a broom. Okay. Oh, there's a chest.
Revelio.
What a lovely to have you walk by.
Where's that chest? There we go.
Lumos. Protego.
Okay, wait.
Levioso.
This is weird. I can't do anything with it.
Revelio.
Okay. We'll come back later, I
Off
guess.
on another adventure, are we?
Oh, another chest. Ah, that's too bad. Seems we're all at the top. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking they'll make me come back. If this is the amount of stuff you have to find out in the beginning, can you imagine what it's gonna be like in mid-game?
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am
Sounds
Nettie.
French.
So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of
This
charm.
is the teacher
Now,
that I
this
saw
will
on
be a
YouTube.
crucial
Apparently
year
he's
in
the
your
most favorite
education
as
on the
well.
art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm?
I wanna.
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Oh, shame, she's alone.
Accio.
That's the one we're gonna need, Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner.
I'm
I
a
see
pro.
a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
I like this teacher, he's cool. Yeah, but apparently there's only like, I think 48, which you can use 16 of. Well, 16 sounds like there's gonna be a shit ton of combinations in. Or maybe some of them are passives. I'm just gonna take something to drink quickly.
I've always found that fun goes hand in
Sorry
hand
for
with
that.
mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning
So anyway,
charm
what
to
time
the
is it there
test,
by you?
Right?
Ah, I saw this on YouTube.
So
It was
why
part
don't
of
we
the
have our
trailer, I
newest
think.
student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your
Here by
charm.
me it's currently just it's
Now,
almost
think
half
of this
past
like
12. So it's
gobstones,
almost
if you
1
will.
a.m.
But
going for
instead
1
of throwing
a.m.
the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. Accio. The trick is to pull the sphere.
Oh.
That's it.
Whoa, yes! That was awesome. Okay, but so next one. Leave.
Excellent control there. Splendid!
Stop!
Don't
Crap.
lose your composure. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff.
Yes.
But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition.
Bring
Miss
it on.
Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp.
Oh, crap.
There we go.
Accio.
No.
Very good.
Let us see this.
Okay, if I get 50, we are equal.
That is how it's done.
Accio.
Stop. There we go. Phew.
Well
Now we are
done.
equal.
Here we go.
Now she's gonna hit mine off. No, luckily not.
Yes.
Stop. Too much. Sure.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I actually thought that last ball gonna go off. Okay. Oh,
I think we are
challenges.
well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. There we go.
Because it's all about timing those boxes.
Accio.
Too fast, too fast, too fast. Phew.
Be sharp.
Okay, now I wonder if I'm allowed to move around.
Phew.
Okay, let's go from there.
I know everyone is watching.
Accio.
Be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Uh-oh. No, no. Bye-bye.
Stay focused.
Here we go.
That was just terrible. In order to win, I'm gonna need a 50.
Yes.
110. Nah, I'm losing this one. By 10 freaking points.
Nicely done.
Yeah, well.
Very good, both of you.
Well done.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Doom, doom. I'm glad you understand. I'm holding my own. I don't know. Kinda like the one I'm glad you understand. What do you think? Alright.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the question marks again.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Floating? Okay. Like to see that.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here.
Hey, seems like we've got
Hardly
another
anyone
guy
at
and
Wagadu
well,
uses
another
one.
person in the stream. Thanks for watching, really do appreciate it. In this stream we will be having the guys in chat decide on the decisions. So yeah, currently we have That's Incredible and Surely the Magic is Weaker. So yeah, give me your opinions. Which one would you go with, 5-Foot Ninja? Incredible. Okay.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must
If she
admit,
casts
however,
magic without
that I
a
am
wand,
growing
doesn't
quite
that
fond of
make
using a
her
wand.
similar to
It seems very
the power we have,
dramatic.
like the ancient power?
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use
A word, if you would.
if you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Okay. I'm sure there must be another classroom that we're supposed to go to. Hey, thanks for the follow. The real... Sorry for that name, I'm struggling with that name. Ah, always fine, man, always fine. And if I don't, if I'm not being fine, then we'll fake it till we make it.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Mimic you. Okay, thanks. Thanks for clarifying that. Really appreciate it. And welcome to the stream. Yeah, we got a chest. Where's it? Okay.
Revelio.
Let's check the quest quickly. Oh yeah, while I see you guys, I had a challenge on some of the Discord groups that I am with, that if I reach 50 followers, then I'll do a weird pregnancy craving test. So my wife is busy getting all the ingredients and reviewing all of the weird cravings that she had. I'll leave a email or something for you guys, maybe in chat later, where you guys can just go, and if you have like weird craving suggestions, you can leave it there, and then though it has the potential to make it on the list. So I'm thinking of doing like 3 to 5 weird cravings as a challenge, and then seeing how it goes from there. And I'm also open to any other suggestions. Yeah, here we go with gear. Doesn't look like it adds something. Let me just clear it, because it seems to block it. Well, I'm hoping that it would be funny, to be honest. So yeah. Well, that's the hopes, yeah, definitely. Maybe I should go with this for a little while, just to have a different appearance. Nope. Oh, so I actually removed it. Okay, good to know. Except for the scarf, that's added. Now I have glasses. No, we don't want glasses. I don't know. Do you like the hat? No need to say sorry. You never apologize for something like that, man. Life is life. And thanks for watching from work. Sorry for the tongue twister there. It's very pink. Yeah, indeed. Kinda reminds me of a Scottish oak. What's that guy from the Graveyard Bangers or something like that? The Scottish rock band. Grave Diggers. Though that's the band, yeah. You guys like that one or this one? Well, this one adds defense, while this one has nothing. So kinda, especially being on the hardest difficulty there is, I think this is kinda important going for. It's not the most beautiful ad. Yo, thanks 5 Foot Ninja Girl, really do appreciate it. That was really nice of you. Oh, you big time. Thank you guys. Yeah, go. I wanted to check the quest. Weasley off the court. Yeah, I actually didn't notice it had some traits to it. Luckily I did. But it kind of I don't know, it looks like I'm supposed to be some kind of... Well, let's not go there. The hate rage gonna get me. We were going to go down, okay.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope
That
your
could
first
be
day's
fun.
going well.
What's
You
that
certainly
movie?
Seem to hold your own in charms.
I think I'm thinking of what's that one called? What's that, guys? Yeah, it looks like a rice farm. Bandcamp, American Pie, you know, the Stifler guy. Anyway, so yeah, we've got some dialogue. That's kind of you to say. Wasn't to challenge a lesson. Oh, challenging a lesson. Which one do you guys want to go with? Choose a dialogue. In this series, I'll let the chat decide on which dialogue to go with. Challenge, okay?
Thanks
for
but
choosing.
it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Yeah, this ad, I kind of think I'm gonna leave it for a little while just to see what the community is gonna react to it at some stage. I think it's gonna be funny. I wonder how many other people have found this. Because I'm curious to know if the chests are a random drop rates, or, you know, if it's linear, like just every time the same. This is gonna make me drunk, all of these stairs. And because she's weak. I thought that was one of those weird doors again.
Revelio.
Hey, there's another. This fountain is in the Transfiguration. Sorry. Courtyard has a likeness of Waven on top and serves a relaxing place for students to gather, despite rumors to contrary, possibly started by Sir Carrigan. This is the most assuredly not meant to be the Waven of Way, slain by the lovely knight in spite of himself. Sorry for my English, I speak it very deliciously from South Africa. This is a weird bush.
What about the room, Professor?
I was
Dobby
thinking
needs
the
a
same
sock.
thing, Deke.
Feed Dobby
Perhaps
socks.
you could help.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors
This rice
Hackett and
farmer
Rowan.
hat.
Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
I said I don't like to lie to her. Which one would you go with? I want to say straight up no. Just to not upset Mr. Fick. But I'm kind of curious if he has mentioned something. Definitely no. Okay.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan mentioned that. What more work? Like he hasn't enough already. More work, okay.
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
You shall find the time. You'd be astonished to know just how much you
Typical
don't know.
teacher.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes
Maybe
well
we get an
with a
upgrade
borrowed
now.
wand,
Do some more
but you'll
damage.
find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Gonna go with the law again.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Transfiguration. Sounds
There's an
difficult.
Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian
My bearing
Sallow
seems
or
a little bit
Natsai
scrambled
Onai.
in any
I've
case.
noticed you spending time with them.
How about Natty, Sebastian, I think. Which one would you go with? The guy or the girl? The guy or the girl, sorry. Almost thought I said girl. Sebastian.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep
So
you
anyway,
well clear of
just
any
to
of Victor
talk about
Rookwood's
something.
undesirables en route.
What's your type of
A
games
rather
that you prefer playing?
unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's
Well,
assignment,
obviously
your
beside,
friend will meet you at the
Elden Ring.
castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Broomsticks.
Revelio.
Okay. I'm sure I heard. Okay, there's a chest on that side. Yeah, I'm also a bit of a variety, but streaming makes it difficult as I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and so on. They claim that you have to kind of stick within a genre, and that makes it difficult as, you know, sometimes I would play Dota for a couple of hours. Other times I would play League of Legends. Sometimes I would play Call of Duty. Here and there I would play Fortnite.
You have a new
I
spell
haven't
to
played
teach
that
me,
in
Professor.
a few years,
Indeed
to
I
be
do,
honest.
and an exceedingly useful one at that.
But
the
yeah, I
mending
like to play a
charm,
variety, but
Reparo. Fixes
from
things right
what
up,
I've heard, they
makes a
say you
broken
gotta
object
stick
good as
within
new
a
in the
certain
blink of an
niche.
eye.
Well, that's the word
It
they
seems as
use.
if that might come in handy.
So that's
More
kind of
frequently
difficult
than one would
as
imagine.
someone who likes
As
to just
Professor
branch out.
Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well.
Well,
but
I haven't
first,
tried the marbles
each
or
shall
the
ask that you
Overwatch.
complete a few
Purely
preliminary
because
tasks
the
to hone your
latency.
magic. I have arranged
That's
some
also
for
the
today.
problem I've been
See
having
them
with
through and then
League
report
of
back to
Legends.
me.
Like
We
when
will
you
have you
stream and you're
casting
having
Reparo
those
in
200
no time.
millisecond pings from South Africa, the recording afterwards, after the stream, looks very, I want to say buggy and glitchy. It just doesn't work. It looks like it's constantly
Why must they
buffering.
first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any
So
new
I'm
bit
just
of
gonna
magic.
talk to my dog quickly. Mandy, okay. Okay.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
Okay. Off to the next place.
Revelio.
Well, come here.
This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Accio.
Got it.
Here we go. Now, I also have fiber. Well, currently I don't have a strong fiber. I'm working on getting a better fiber. But even then, the latency from South Africa, the nearest we can connect to is Europe, which has the most... Okay. Most stable connection.
Are you alright?
Don't you know who I am?
And so the best we can
Zenobia
get is
Nook,
about, I think,
the girl whom everyone at school hates
180
for no
millisecond ping. I'm sorry to hear that. Why does everyone hate you? Which one would you guys go with? Okay, Mandy. She doesn't like choosing. She's shy. Maybe we need to give her a little bit of wine.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoil sports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst. That no-talent moon.
So how do you guys know each
I
other?
wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Oh crap. So are you guys siblings or just friends, family? Shit. Oh. I'm gonna go with gobstones. Oh wait, my thing actually got a little bit mixed up.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone.
People
can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst.
Well, I don't know if 911 works in your region. By us, we'll anyway gonna just say it's gonna, once you call them, they'll just say must called, because they're probably sleeping in anyway. Seems like someone's gonna feel like Spider-Man up against the wall. Sounds if they overreacted. I've done the same. Um, Shit. um, shall we go with I'd have done the same, perhaps? My friend's girlfriend, well, now wife, she actually gave us, you know, one of those mouth gags. I can give it to 5 Foot Ninja if she wants it. We don't use it.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth
Just
year to
watch
help
out. You
me.
might go through what my brother-in-law went through. So, I don't know if I should say anything.
Do you have any
but
suggestions on how to
they-
get your
he
gobstones down to their
suggested to
hiding
my
spots?
sister of
If I knew
trying,
that, I'd get them myself.
you know, backdoor,
Whoever
and
hid
then
my
she said
gobstones
only
that
if he
hide
tries
got
it
up there
first.
somehow.
And yeah, well, she didn't lube it up properly, and then
Haven't you
instead of
many
going
friends at
slow,
school?
she just
Not
yanked it
really.
in there, and he said
Natty
it felt
said
like
hello
Spider-Man
once,
climbing
but not
up a
word
wall.
since.
So yeah, be careful, man.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my
I'm dead
gobstones,
serious, man.
do come and see me again.
Dead
I'll be back
serious.
to playing
See?
Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
So yeah, if we get drunk, that's the first story that comes up for some reason. Either my brother will bring it up, or my sister will bring it up. Yeah, it's that shit's funny.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Okay, so how the hell do I get up there? Okay, but that was a side quest, so we'll leave that. We'll get there once we get our broom. Dude, you should see his face when he talks about those kind of things. Like, you know there's no lie to it. Yeah, let's go to Hogsmeade. That's the main mission, so that we can get our broom. Okay, wait. Explain how he claps his feet. Like normal clap, or like what's the fetish around that, man?
This cannot possibly be.
Do you do it like slow or fast? Like papa, sounding like fapping.
Revelio. I've taken to studying during the day and Protego!
Oi.
I should come back to this another time.
Okay, we'll come back later. A specific volume you say. What, does it sound like Christmas socks or what? Okay, well, obviously can't do this then. Like little, does it have a little bell on the front going cling cling cling? have to go up. Nope, not yet. Yeah, let me just allow this because the chatbot is restricting it. Demonstrations on Monday. Okay, I'll be there. I want to check this shit out. Where did we come from? Oi! Secret passage here. Oh, that's that other chest we found earlier. Yay! Let's check this out. Lies! Oh. So is that on his OnlyFans page or where's that at? OnlyFeed page. Ah, damn it, it's still locked. Full. You guys are cracking me up, man. Thanks for the laugh.
Transfiguration always comes.
With the other one.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now,
50 Shades of Canadian, it sounds.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
What happened? No, it's gonna catch me. It's gonna catch me. Whew. Okay, so where you from, man?
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak.
It's not
Perhaps
important.
the jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
Texas. Oh, okay. I'm from from South Africa. So how do you find the weather? Or are you staying in Texas at the moment? Because you're confusing me with her being in your in your basement. Wait, I need to select the quest. It's very beautiful, but I'll be honest, like currently our country, soon the farmers won't be here anymore. They try to leave whenever they can. Yes. Okay, just hold on a moment. Okay, my wife just wanna go pause. You can go. Sorry for the inconvenience. Are you pause? It's closed. You can go, it's closed. No, the lights is there, it's the LED. My fingers on the camera. My fingers is on the camera. You can go past. Yeah, she sleeps naked, by the way, so sorry for that. You might have had a flash, perhaps. Okay, I'll close it again. You can go past. Sorry for the inconvenience. Are you paused? Sounded like cat feet going like as he's running past. I actually used the black screen feature, but for some reason when I used that, the camera actually just it stopped working. So I decided to go without it. So yeah, now she's gonna run around like a crazy bear with his paws in a honey jar or something.
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim. Did you?
You sure 2 pairs of pants is gonna help?
Not for the meat.
Wait, there we are.
Revelio.
But he failed us in his containment charm, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm.
I cannot do this for all eternity. Come now, Annabelle.
There's a chest. So how long have you guys known each other?
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there. Reparo.
Okay, nothing to repair, I guess.
Revelio.
Oh, there's something, yeah.
Accio. Reparo.
Well, we'll see later.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about the club.
Please make him go
Sebastian
away.
vouches for you.
But from what I
That's all I
understand,
need to
you're the
know.
one staying by
I
him,
coordinate
so that's
tours
gonna be
across
difficult.
once. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
That's nice to hear. I did take him down a peg. Are we gonna be cocky and say I did take him down a peg? You mean he's what do you call those guys? That's couch potato. He needs to get out of the house a bit.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
And no meat, you say. I'll join your
Of
club.
course.
I wanna see where
Dueling is
it
an
goes.
entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Just because you're a vegetarian. That's rude of him. See,
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Okay. Don't say anything, but I'm locking the door right now and closing the house in gasoline. Or dosing the house in gasoline. If you don't mind, I'll probably need to come to South Africa and lay low. Yeah, dude, we are easygoing. Criminals hide here all the time. I mean, we had the Gupta stay here. They still, from what I know, they're apparently now in Dubai. So don't worry about it. You'll be safe here. Yeah, but you know what they say about a micro penis. It might be small, but at least it smells like a big one. So inevitably, it's the same. Wait.
Reparo.
Graphics failure.
Expulso! Find the one! Expulso!
Accio.
Don't shy away now.
Levioso.
Levioso! Stringo! You're better than that! Cindo!
Levioso.
Levioso!
Wait, I'm mashing the buttons here.
Descendo!
Reparo.
Stringo!
Oh, defeated. Oh, crap. I've been reading your chat.
That looks painful. Care to try another round?
Yeah.
Yes. Don't count me out yet.
Brilliant.
This time I want to focus.
The winner.
Reparo.
Right.
Levioso. Protego.
Expulso!
Stupefy. Accio. Levioso.
Stringo! Is that all you've got?
Lumos.
Oh, no, Lumos.
Levioso. Accio. Lumos.
Stringo!
Expulso!
Stupefy. Levioso. Accio.
Confringo!
Levioso!
Protego. Levioso. Accio.
Oh, there goes my wager.
Expulso!
Oi.
Levioso!
Levioso.
Confringo!
Shoo.
I could never duel like that.
I keep reading you guys'
Nice
chat
work.
and thinking about it. You
Sebastian
guys
wasn't
just
wrong
are
about
funny
you.
as hell.
There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Ones victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Yeah, you make streams fun. I'll be honest. It's nice having guys like that in chat, you know. Because the few that I've had, like I only had Adrian in there, and after a while you kind of don't know what to talk about, and it sucks talking to only one person. But the way you guys do it, I really enjoy it. I'll definitely come and view your streams anytime. But I was you. Oh, okay. Missed this. Yeah, let's go to the quest quickly. Well, at least you're making a following base with the networking you're doing, because I'll be sure if... I mean, I think I saw you on Trashy Tactics as well. So, yeah, man. The way you guys are doing it, the moment you're gonna stream, you will already have a following. And I've also read on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere I go, like they say it's important for the networking side of things. Who's this?
Just wait till I've grown a bit.
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
I like Trash's stream. The energy he has is really cool, and the fact that he's always there ready to help someone. Yeah, probably too far to jump. Hey. I think one down. Let's check it out. Yeah. Damn, there's a different cat every time we come past here. Wonder how many cats there is here. Okay, where is that? There we okay.
Wish I could afford my own room. Well, fancy meeting you here. Hello, Sebastian. Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village? It is.
So anyway, you guys have like a the school channel or something,
I shall
or
endeavour
Twitter.
to be the very best
Throw the
of
links in
guides,
there. I'll
then.
definitely go and follow you
Hogsmeade's
guys.
a
Man.
charming little place. Self-contained
Follow
too.
you around like a sick
We
puppy.
should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
Damn, I only noticed now. I've been streaming for over 3 hours. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. So what kind of work do you guys do? Well, except for her, you know, asking for meat in her basement. That's nice.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
I understand
As
now
am I.
other guys
Thank you, by the way.
complained that the
Of
game is
course.
somewhat
You're
buggy on
only
the
one who's
PC
ever bested me
platform.
in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of
Let me
Weasley,
just,
she
I need
seems
to
have
figure
taken
out
quite a
this
shine to
chatbot
you.
because it's very
Has
strict.
she? That's nice to hear. I'm still surprised that a
Like this
professor would
kid's on the
entrust me with
spectrum.
anything, given my
Okay,
detention
that's
record.
nice. I have a 3-year-old
Spend a
daughter.
lot of time in detention, do you?
Can be crazy
Just
hectic
enough
at
to keep
times,
me
but
well-rounded?
we love her to bits. Daily meat slices.
Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one. Glad I could be of service. Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case.
2 boys in the house. I think that
Professor Weasley
could
came
get
to
nuts.
retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
Kudos to you, man. It's always nice seeing a dad pulling his socks up and just
So how did you
trying
manage
to
to
do
get
his
to the
best, man.
librarian's
Good
bad
luck
side?
to you and wish you
I
well in the
suspect
future.
it's a matter of differing
It can't be
opinions.
easy, you know.
She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty
Yeah, I
to look
noticed.
at.
I'm already
If you
catching
stew them
them.
long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient.
Yeah, you know, one of the best activities that I do with my daughter, well, there's two activities we currently do. The one we do when we go camping is fishing. I got her a fishing rod, reel, everything, and she absolutely loves it. And then if we are at home, she likes to play Call of Duty with me. So I would let her sit on my lap, and then I would open a private lobby and just go shoot bots. And she absolutely loved that.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds towards students. Oh, hence the name.
At least she walks with you. Doesn't just hang around then.
I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead.
So 5-foot ninja girl, do you at least obey and walk next to them and not in front of them like a bad dog?
I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface.
I pull in the leash.
Places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
Yeah, man. You know what they claim, and a lot of people have argued this, but gaming does teach children a lot of hand and eye coordination. It really helps with that. And they can say whatever they want, but you can clearly see when they try to catch balls and stuff, even when you haven't done it a lot, but you've played games. There's certainly a degree for hand and eye coordination with gaming.
Mr. Moon.
You technically stone her.
He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear.
Yeah, it does wonders for motor skills. Even though a lot of people
Have you
argue
met our new
that.
fifth year?
Pleasure.
And problem solving. Yeah, you're correct
Turn
there.
back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and
Well, teamwork
everything
depend
alright,
on
sir?
games.
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big
Because
as
I'll be
saucers.
certain to tell you like this, games
did Mr. Moon?
where teamwork is the last thing I want.
Guys,
I used to play with my brother. Call of Duty, we don't play together. I
shall be
would
at the
smack the
castle
shit out
when
of him.
safe. Good luck to both of you.
Demi-guys.
Dude, that sounds
I don't
like,
know what
what
he's
is
putting in
that game?
his
The
pumpkin
way you
juice, and he's
described it
obviously
sounds
had
like
too much of it.
Manhunt.
I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state.
Unacceptable.
Mr. Moon is quite the
Incapable,
character.
sorry.
My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say
Shit.
he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
They really did a lot of detail. Black smoke. I don't want to go in there. Apparently, you can go in at any door. There's like nothing locked unless it's locked by by a lock itself. But if the door's open, you can go in.
Flock to it like moths to a flame.
And so yeah, I think that's gonna be nice. And you still insist on being sassy. Time to step it up. I'm getting the iron and the gold. Oh shit! Your nipples are
So
gonna
how
be
would you like
burnt to a
do this?
crisp.
Weasley told me you had a list of things to get. A wand and some other bits.
Yes. Digital seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
What's that
Perfect.
called?
Can't wait to see what you do with the new one.
BDSM.
And a short list gives
Extreme
you plenty of time
BDSM.
to poke around the
Some
village.
dungeon shit.
I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Oh shit. Okay, I need to Times and Scrolls. Where do I need to go? J Pumpins and Magic Nip. Okay, so let's go there. Where you at? I've had a blast here today. I'll actually be back. I'm going to leave you up phone, but I need to hit the floor and help the employees. It's getting busy. Cheers, man. Thanks for the pop-in. Really appreciate it. And it was also meeting you guys, man. It really helps a lot having guys like you in the chat. And if we don't meet up later, sorry for the voice.
Welcome to J Pippin's Potions.
Then yeah, man, have a wonderful night. And yeah, cheers, man. Have a good night, and hopefully she takes good care of you. I hope.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though I don't believe I've seen your face here.
Yeah, no,
before,
definitely, man.
either.
It's my first time in
let me
Hogsmeade,
just.
actually.
I don't
Is it
know if I'm
really?
following you.
Well,
Let me just
Parry
check
Pippin
this out.
at your service.
Actually, yeah, I
And
am
this
following
is
you.
J Pippin's
So
Potions.
we'll definitely check it
Potions
out.
for
man.
all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the
And
owl
yet
about.
you give her a
I
heart.
set your things aside immediately.
Makes you wonder. Makes
I
you
suspected
wonder.
if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
A potion's really
Basement's
that
got me saying.
versatile.
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? What can I do for you today?
2 free recipes. That's nice.
Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another
Jeez,
time
and what
if you're in a
happened?
rush today.
You gave me 2 free and suddenly... Yeah, I think let's grab one of those. Where's that? 165.
Revelio.
Anything I can hijack from you? Actually, let me use the map. So yeah, I'll definitely at some point let my daughter be on screen. I think you guys will like her. She's really cute.
Accio. Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Oh, the dittany for the new 5th year. I take it that's you then. Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts as a 5th year.
Merlin's beard,
You must
you
be
say?
positively reeling from it all.
Not at all.
I'm just gonna have
choosing
something
see
to
it all
drink
as one
quickly,
big
sorry.
adventure.
Well, bravo. Not everyone has the temperament to take things as they come. Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Neep. I keep the cart out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything myself. My speciality is potion ingredients. Even Pippin purchases.
So you
from
like
me.
working with
But
with
what
kids?
say we get you
I
a
almost
packet of
said the wrong
seeds?
words. Damn.
Let me guess. You're after something fresh.
Yeah, definitely fresh.
Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to
Just
pique
these
your
guys, they
interest.
give you
I'd
something
wager.
free and suddenly everything's super expensive. I wonder what level we are. I haven't checked that. Yeah, we can use it. How old are you, if I might ask? Sorry for being so inappropriate, if I could say. I've always wanted to have a kid, and we said we wanted our first one to be a little girl, so yeah, we got lucky with that. And she's absolutely amazing. And then also our uncle of 2, and yeah, the kids really like hanging around me. Well, my brother's is just born, but the other day I was holding him. Yeah, he fell asleep. He didn't want to go anyway. Wrong button. Okay, I need to go to, let me just check here, the Tomes and Scrolls. Okay, that's that one. Yeah, of course. Just a cat. Almost saw the game crashing. So what's your whole mindset about around your Twitch? Like, is there anything particular you're gonna go around with? Any niche or type of game you wanna play and stream?
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda, student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, see in it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom
Super wild,
pieces
you
of
say.
furniture or decoration.
Yeah, no, I can
But
definitely
let
see
Professor
that.
Weasley do the teaching.
The way you guys
For
communicate
now,
is awesome.
let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a
Well,
potion station.
I'm thinking
Yes?
of doing
I
a lot
believe
of
so,
this
sir.
kind of
Good.
playthroughs, you know,
Nothing
let's play
like being
series,
able
if I
to
could
grow
put it
your
like
own
that.
ingredients and brew what you want when you want. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I will be honest, I tend to have
Let's
that
look at what we have, shall we?
same thing, like speak before I think. But luckily having a child kind of opens your mind to just
If
like,
you're
okay,
interested,
you know, I can't
feel
just
free
say
to take a look
anything.
around at the rest
So,
of my infantry.
yeah, I was definitely getting accustomed to that after a while. But unfortunately, swear word still comes out, and she's learned all the funny ones. Actually, I forgot where I was supposed to go. Ollivanders for the wand. Yeah, it's this one.
Only a hairy-hearted.
Wait, where's the entry? Oh, okay.
Merlin's blooming cake.
So now there's a chest. Okay.
I'll be right with. Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
He hides the wand like the smoke.
Hello, sir. I'm looking
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5
I don't know, that
inches.
casing looks kind of weak.
You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear.
Fireworks. Oh dear, indeed.
Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it?
Thank you, you too.
We'll find you something, not
And,
to worry.
sorry. Thank you for joining in, and I really appreciate it. And can't wait for you to stream. Once you stream, I'll definitely check you out constantly and always be there for support.
A rare
Because
wood,
you guys are
13
awesome.
and 3/4
Really do
inches,
appreciate
dragon
it.
heartstring.
And
Let's
yeah,
give this one a
whatever you're
try.
doing for the rest of the evening, I think for you guys, have fun. May it be lots of fun and pleasure. And be safe.
Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are.
Oh, thanks for the heart. That's awesome.
Yes.
Really appreciate
you
it,
might
man.
be the
Welcome.
one. Here. Take it.
Oh, we can custom it.
How intriguing.
Kinda like this. It's like a unicorn.
Curious indeed.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Oh, we can change the pattern as well.
How intriguing.
Yeah, I think let's go with it. Well, I'm gonna stick with this. This is the one that I got on the Wizarding Wonderworld or something like that. One core options. Okay. Great range of magic. Constant magic, powerful magic. I don't know. Probably everyone's gonna go for that. Thinking maybe I'm gonna go with a consistent unicorn. Yeah.
A unicorn hair wand is most reliable and faithful to its owner. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Indeed. Treat it well, and you shall find no more dependable a wand than one with a unicorn hair core. and the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Sebastian.
Dum 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 dum. Alrighty, let's go.
Oh, hard work and good luck go hand in hand.
Just. Oi, this is dark. Welcome back for the emojis. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah, she left now. Well, I think she left.
I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to.
Oh shit. What the troll? Is that your basement troll or not? I really hope 5 Foot Ninja doesn't look like that.
Draw it away from the buildings! Away from the village!
Another one? Let's kill him. Kill them all.
Gringo!
Oh crap.
Are we weakening him at all? Keep at it! We'll wear him down eventually.
Okay, so that's not gonna help.
Confringo! Levioso! Levioso! Lumos. Confringo! Defindo! Levioso! What was that?
Oh, okay.
A taste of his own medicine.
Nicely done! Sendo! Confringo!
Oh crap.
Levioso! Revenge!
Wait, what was health again? Shit, I can't remember. Oh, there we go.
Defindo! Look out! Levioso! Confringo! Levioso! Levioso! Confringo! Confringo! Levioso! Rebellio! Confringo! Levioso!
Oh, come on.
Levioso! few more hits to do the job. Potato.
Okay.
Confringo.
Come on. Howdy. Last potion.
Confringo. Potato. Stupefy.
Ah.
Levioso.
Oh, yes. Whoa. Okay. Throw with the punches.
Goodness! A second troll. Did you two take on a fully grown troll by yourselves?
Okay, this is weird. Ah, there we are. Back to life. Okay,
Reparo.
here we go. Okay, we need one more repair. Wait.
Reparo.
Good as new.
Yeah. Again, these trees. Okay. Where to next?
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Ah, I caught a Pokemon.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you
Hey, I
for
see
your
there's someone new
remarkable
watching
bravery
stream.
in fighting
Thank you
those
for
trolls,
watching.
and
Really
not
do
to mention your
appreciate
help
it.
restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections.
So yeah, for those of you just joining in this series, if there's people in chat, I'll allow them to make the dialogue decisions and give them a sense of playing the game.
In thanks for what you did today.
So yeah, is there anybody in chat willing to choose a dialogue? So we got thank you sir, no sir, that's far too generous of you.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we? Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
Dum dum dum.
I'd say we've earned a butterbeer or two, wouldn't you? Might help me forget that I was almost pulverized by a troll.
I'd say that I agree with you.
Perfect. The 3 broomsticks is just this way.
I sell even more battle-worthy items. Should you be inclined, you're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She's a good one to know.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go. Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one. Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that
On
right?
hard difficulty.
Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Serona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The Three Broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls? Ranrock and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle.
Yes, indeed. Wait. Me too.
Revelio.
Oh, okay, it's not in, yeah.
I'm certainly glad Serona was there. Told you she was one of the good ones.
I can see that. She didn't seem at all intimidated by Rookwood and Harlow.
I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights. But we can talk later. For the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. Don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna shut it off here. But I want my broom. Can't remember which one is my... Yeah, I think it was the astronomy. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I know I have one. Yeah. Alright, guys. I think from here, this is where I'm gonna cut off for now and call it a night, and then I'll join you guys tomorrow again. So yeah, I just wanna load in, save up, and then we'll call it a night. Well, in your case, a day. For those of you having a beer, enjoy. Hey, there's my owl. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. We're gonna say, yeah, we got mail. Okay, let's read the mail and then come and see me. I've discovered something in the locket we found. Alright, I'll see you, Professor. So yeah, man, all of you, thank you for coming, and really appreciate it. It was awesome. And we'll definitely do this again tomorrow. I do hope that I can get some time in a little bit earlier, only because it's prime time then. So yeah, but once again, guys, I really appreciated it. You know, for 5 Feet Ninja Girl and the real Mimic You, really appreciate it. You guys were awesome, and I'm gonna definitely check out your streams. And for those of you watching, join this stream. Really, they are awesome, man, and they'll always support you guys and make chat fun. So yeah, man, on that note, cheers out.